Hello everybody, this is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo, and today's video is all about the collaboration challenge that I host over on my other channel called Be Creative, and the challenge is also called Be Creative. So anybody is welcome to join the Be Creative challenge. I host it every month on the 13th. That's my lucky number. And basically all you need to do is be creative. You can make something. I usually make jewelry on this channel. And my other channel, I do all kinds of things. I have cooked. I have shown my doll collection. I have crocheted, sewed. You can, like if maybe you are a writer and you could share something you've written, maybe a song. So anyway, just use your imagination. Okay. Today, the theme, I always give a theme every month. This month, September of 2024, the theme is redo. You can interpret that however you like. I am interpreting this as I'm going to redo this piece. Long time ago, I got this little pendant here, isn't it pretty? At a store where they used to sell jewelry for $1. And I would go in there and just get a whole bunch of stuff because they had really pretty pendants. Like parts of the pieces of jewelry were really cool, but they were just kind of haphazardly put together. So I would take things apart and redo them. And that's basically what I'm doing now. I redid this. It's okay. To me, it's kind of eh. These are freshwater pearls. I'm just going to take this totally apart. And I may use some of the pearls. I'm definitely using this pendant though. Isn't it pretty? I just love it. And I thought that I could maybe use some of those pearls. I looked in here and this dark blue is really popping out. And I remember I had these, let's see, these dark blue. They look black, I think, but they're, in person, they are a dark blue Heishi beads. And I'm going to use those, I believe. And I'm thinking that I might also use these. I think that would be pretty. And I need some bling. So I have these crystals. Aren't those pretty? Let me get some that I've already opened. And I think that's about it. I do need some wire because I need to wire this so we have a bail. And I'm trying to think what all right, I'm going to use this 20 gauge coconut colored wire to wrap a bail. I really don't want like a bright silver or anything like that. I don't want it to be too shiny. All right, let me go ahead and wrap this. Let me zoom this out a little bit so y'all can see more what's going on here. Then I'm just going to grab my round nose pliers. And I want a pretty big bail. Pretty big, but not way too big. Just wrap this around several times. And tuck it in. And then we need to make that be the way it needs to be when you're going to put it on a necklace. And then I just kind of feel around now. That's still sticking out. Let's try to squish it underneath there. All right, so we got that taken care of. Now to do some designing here. I'm going to mess around with this a little bit and string it up, and then I'll come back and show you how I'm going to finish it off. So this is the design that I've come up with. I've got a mess on my mat here. Sorry about that. So I've used the pearls. I used the focal. And I added some dark blue heishi beads and some kind of a turquoise blue heishi beads and some crystals. I really am liking the way this turned out. A lot better than how I had it before. All right, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to use these clamshell bead caps, as what they used to be called. Right now they call them crimp bead covers. I am not going to use any crimp beads. I'm going to use these and tie 2 knots. The knots will act as my crimp bead. So let me show you what I mean. Find the end of this. So these little things, they have a hole at the bottom here. Let's see. I think I hear some thunder. We had a big old rain today. See the hole there? I'm going to take my beading wire and I'm going to put it in that hole. Okay. And then I'm going to tie 2 knots on top of each other. 1 and 2. No, I think I'm going to do 1 more. I want a pretty big knot. I don't want it too big because I want it to fit in that opening. So I put it in there. You want it big enough where it's not going to come back through the hole there, which it's not. Then I'm going to take my pliers. I'm going to gently squeeze it shut. And then I take my cutters. And then I'm going to feel and make sure nothing's poking out there. This is very, very strong. And I have been doing this technique for probably about close to 40 years. And I have pieces that I made long time ago that I am still wearing, and they have not broken or snapped or stretched or whatever. All right, so then you just feed your beads down. Now I had to add a few more beads here, so I'm going to add some more beads over here. So I need to make sure I have enough wire to do that and to tie my 2 knots. Here, let me find my beading board here. All right, so add a few more beads here. I think I need 1 more of the blue heishi beads. And then I need a crystal, which I am having a hard time finding the hole in these. There we go. And then a pearl. And then another little glass crystal. Oh my goodness. There we go. Make sure it's all even. Okay. Now, I'm going to put my wire in the hole there. And I need to get my little pin that I use to feed that wire in that hole. When you do the second one, you need something. Where'd it go? Hang on. All right, I found it. I just used this little T-pin. You can use just a regular like sewing pin or whatever. But what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to tie 3 knots on top of each other, but you're going to have to feed them in. So I just use this to guide the wire down in there. You don't want to tie them too tight, but you don't want to tie them too loose. Too loose, you'll be able to see the wire when you're wearing it. Too tight, and your beads kind of get all smashed together. They lay kind of weird. And I'm going to go ahead and tie a 3rd knot. I think this wire is thinner than I normally use. It feels thinner. So that's why I'm tying 3 knots in there. Usually I use 20-pound fishing line. Yep, 20-pound fishing line. And I have a video all about that and why. And I'll leave a link either up here somewhere or at the end of this video, so you can click on it if you're curious about that. All right. Go ahead and trim this off. And then the next thing we're going to do is put our clasp on and we will be done. So I need a couple of jump rings. And I'm going to use this gadget. You ever seen that before? I really, really like these. Make sure my lobster claw works. I have gotten some that don't. So, anyway, let's see. All right. I need to find the opening. There we go. And you just take this little gadget. There's 3 different slits. They're different sizes. This one's the bigger one here. And boom, you just open up. And then you're going to put it like that. I'll go ahead and close this one. This will be one side of the clasp. Make sure it's closed. And this side. Boom, all nice and closed. And we have our finished piece. Isn't this a lot prettier than it was before? Have you ever redone any jewelry? I like to redo jewelry a lot. Sometimes I'll get old broken jewelry and redo it. That's a lot of fun too. And I do have several videos all about that. Anyway, I'll take some close-up pictures of this and put it at the end of the video. But I want to thank y'all for joining me. Hope you go check out all the other participants. They should be using the hashtag #BeCreative redo this month. And if you join in, tag me. I don't want to miss anybody's creations. I would love for you to join us. And I will leave information down in the description box below what next month's theme will be. Y'all have a great day. This is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo signing out for now. Bye-bye.